Hey guys, my name's Heather Lynn. I'm here with the Royal Table Talk. We are a group of women coming together to talk about different topics, from plus size community to relationships, parenting, basically any and everything that we can think of. We all work together as brand ambassadors. We all have came from the plus size community. So we're just going to go around and kind of introduce ourselves. Again, my name is Heather Lynn. I am on Instagram at +I_am_a_model. I have worked in the plus size industry for about 2 or 3 years now. Started with a modeling group. From there, ventured off and did some things on my own. I'm working on a plus size boutique called Discover Me Boutique, and just trying to get out here and have a very good body positive image and give young girls something to look up to with that image as well.
Hello everyone. This is Alicia T. I want to welcome you to the Royal Table Talk. I'm so excited to be right in this place. So guess what? We got a lot to talk to you guys about. So many things in the plus size community that are happening. To introduce myself, I'm Miss Royalty of Georgia Plus America 2018, and I am excited to be a part of these ladies, our journey we met through this community, modeling. I'm also a model. I'm a mom of 2 wonderful little bitty chigaloons. I don't know, that's a word I made up. Okay, so also I'm a vocalist. I do a lot of things, radiologic technologist, actress. I'm CEO of my own nonprofit, Beauty for Ashes, and I'm having upcoming events with that, so you guys be on the lookout. And also you can follow me on my journey at modelme_Alicia T. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Excited to be here. All right, Miss Natara.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to the Royal Table Talk. I am Natara. I go by simply Natara on social media, and I'm just honored to be here amongst these amazing ladies. Just coming to you guys, as they stated before, discussing just any and everything that's going on in the world today, all of today's trending topics. To tell you a little bit about myself, I am a model. I've been doing this for about a year or so consistently, on and off. It's, I'm a mother of 2 boys, and life keeps me busy, so life happens, so this is something I have tapped back into, and I'm really excited because I created my own brand called Authenticity by Natara, which is a brand that basically allows people to embrace who they are and live life based off of their own terms and not society's terms. And I just so happen to meet these amazing women to collaborate with, and we all have similar ideas. So we are here today to get your thoughts, opinions, comments, and feedback on a lot of the topics that we'll be discussing today. So thank you guys for tuning in, and look forward to amazing things.
Absolutely. All right, so we 3 are going to be the actual hosts on the show. We do have some other girls who couldn't be here today that will be hosting, so you'll meet them next time. We do also have 2 other ladies up here on the screen with us. They work on our advice column and also our review column. So I'm going to go ahead and let them kind of introduce themselves, give us their Instagram information. Fantasia, you want to go ahead and start?
My Instagram is _Larry, _Lee. And a little bit about me. I do plus size modeling. Started that maybe a little bit over a year ago, and I'm loving it. I'm just going to do not also my personal name is Susan in Boston, New York, and I'm just trying to I'm beautiful women doing the modeling, and I just remember that I love everything that they stand for. I love just being in their presence, so I'm just happy to be a part of this great team. So I know it's
Love you, Yam.
Great topics to talk about. I'm Monica. Hi, guys.
All right.
All right, so we lost a little bit of a connection.
Yes.
We'll give it a few seconds here, but as Fantasia was saying, she is in New York, so that's why she's joining us. Oh,
Here we go.
We're back.
I've been consistently doing it for about 20 months now. So work, not me. I also have will be launching my line as well, I Choose Me. And it will be launching this summer.
Awesome.
Nice.
Can't wait to see that.
Me too. I'm ready.
Yes. So just to give you guys a little bit more information, Fantasia is going to be heading up for the advice column that we spoke about, and then Ramika is going to be doing the reviews for small boutiques, restaurants, plus size boutiques particularly, just to let us know. It's so scary when you buy stuff online. You never know if it's actually going to fit, so Ramika's going to be the person to tell you, hey, this fits true to size, this doesn't fit true to size. So they will be, like I said, both doing segments on the shows for us, and that's what they'll be doing as well. And Ramika is in, what state?
Arizona.
Arizona.
Hot Arizona.
I knew. I just couldn't think. So that's why both of these ladies join us over the screen, because they're both out of state.
Mm-hmm.
So the three of us are here locally in Atlanta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And so for this particular segment, we're just going to kind of dive in and talk a little bit again about more in depth of our plus size experience. I have a lot of women who message me on Instagram,
social
things
media.
like that, and they want to know how to get into the plus size modeling. They feel like there's not really a representation. You know, I think here in Atlanta we're lucky because we do have a representation of plus size modeling, but you don't really have that in some of these smaller cities and things of that nature. And so I thought it would be great if we could just give our experience and how we kind of, you know, I know like with Natara, you felt like you weren't able to fit in as a brand ambassador with a lot of companies. Either it was they would message you and you weren't, their clothes really didn't fit right, or, you know, and so you made your own way by starting Authenticity by Natara. So if we could talk a little bit about that. And
Yes, that's definitely correct. For me, I am a plus size model. I'm one that I talk about my weight all the time. I am currently 291 pounds. I've been holding at 283 pounds. And modeling is something that I definitely enjoy. And for the people that have reached out to me and contacted me to be brand ambassadors for them, they tell me that they actually look at my page when, in fact, when I go to look at their page to review their items, it's not something that I can fit. It's not a plus size.
Not true to size at all.
Nothing about it is going to fit me. I'm a size 18, 20. So your size 12 does not fit me. And I got really, really frustrated with that. You know, I just want everybody to just embrace and love on who they are. Show the world who you are, not who Kim Kardashian is. You know, I don't want you to focus on trying, because what you see on social media is not always real.
It's not.
We know that. You know,
it's the real most of the time.
Really, it's not
real most of the time.
We know with the profile pictures, we take about 20 billion to get that one perfect one.
Exactly.
And the lighting has to be right. The makeup has to be contoured correctly. That's not true.
Right.
Most of the time. And that's just what it is. Of course, we want to put ourselves out there for it. Huh?
I said, and sometimes you take a memory, you still don't even like the one you posted.
That is so true. That is so
Exactly.
true. Still don't like it. So, I agree with you on that. You know, how important it is. And I just love your brand. I'm a model for her brand, one of the models for her brand. And when I tell you I love it, I love being able to represent who she is, like what her vision, you know, coming to life. Even like with her, she knows how I am. I'm the, I guess, what is it, the good girl of the crew? What am I called? I have a label of the crew, and even they work with me with that, with, you know, certain wordings and different things, maybe on shirts and how to dress. I love that I can be myself, authentically me. Right. It makes me feel really good to be able to have companies out there like that growing to be able to contribute to us, to our community. So, I love this. I love it.
Yeah, but I think the important thing when it comes to when you're trying to figure out coming into the plus size modeling industry, and if you don't feel like there's that representation in your area, it's all about making a representation. Because I can promise you, you're not the only plus size woman who's in Idaho, or who's in South Carolina. You know, so you band together, you start meeting people. It's really networking. It sounds crazy, but networking is so important. You can find Facebook groups that are set up for plus size women in communities, certain areas, to get together. If you can get into a Facebook community like that, you can start talking to people, start sharing ideas. We all came together through plus size modeling, but what kept us so close and what kept us to a point that we got here today is that we built those relationships.
Right.
And we exchanged ideas and we talked about different things we wanted to do.
And we saw that all of our stuff it was kind of similar. Like
Right.
we all could coincide together.
Right.
All coincide together. I
Yes.
mean, everything that we do is really for the building and edification of women in
Yes.
general.
Empowering women.
Empowering, that's it, women
Other women.
empowerment. That's what it's about, and really that needs to be expressed, because as we can see, a lot of times society doesn't back us up on expressing ourselves and being able to make choices for ourselves. I don't want to get into that, but yes.
We will one day.
So,
Just not today.
so we have to be able to make our choice and,
Yes.
and be able to be strong about it and have a voice and stand firm.
Yes.
So that's what we're doing here. And like Heather was saying, you can be in little Ludacity, Mississippi, honey. I done made it up. Yes. I made that up, honey. You could be there, but still, I bet you 9 times out of 10 there are other women that are looking to do something great
Absolutely.
and creative, that you guys are on the same page.
Yes.
You know, we all have purposes here. We all have gifts. We all have talents. And to be able to come together like this, you can do this anywhere.
Yes.
You know, really hone into who you are and start knowing who you are, regardless of what size, what color, what creed. We all here just beautiful women, all type of shades. Look, bam, look at her up there. Just beautiful and all over the place. So it doesn't matter where you are, just being able to come together, being in a community and having the same goals in mind can take you long way in this.
And I think and this is a little bit of something off topic, but we'll go into more, but I think it's important what you said is that all of our ventures can coincide together, and
Right.
it's not a competition.
No.
It's about all of us have things that are similar, but we all have our own place for it.
Exactly.
And I think people lose track of that,
Mhm.
especially when they get into something like modeling. I remember the first time I ever did anything modeling, I was very uncomfortable because I was like first time modeling in a real sexy type, environment,
Right.
like fishnets and a little whatever it was, and so it was very uncomfortable, and I won't say uncomfortable, it was very scary to put myself out there for the first time like that. And I was always nervous because I'm like, I'm going to post something on Facebook or Instagram, and who knows what people are going to say. But it was like, and I'm not saying I don't get rude comments, because there are people out there, but for every one rude comment there's like 30 other
positive.
that's like, yes,
Yes.
that looks amazing, that looks great. So I know for some people it sounds crazy to say that putting yourself out there in a modeling industry that you hear is so critique and so hard actually allows you to build your self-confidence.
It
But
does.
that's what I felt, that's what my experience was with it.
Right.
So it's out there, and if you want to do it, I just say go after it. Don't be worried about every little thing, because you're going to have a community to support you when you put it out there.
Right. And
Well, you have it where girls compete,
Right.
women collaborate.
that's
Yes.
right,
As long as
queens.
you understand that,
Right.
you are good to go.
Right.
Because it's everyone, like both of the women have said, everyone is trying to do their own thing. And if you ever watch ants, you will never see, I really haven't seen any ants by themselves
No.
or a single ant. They're always working as a team.
Right.
And that's what queens do. That's what women do. Girls are the opposite
Catty.
of that.
And
They don't want to work
malicious
together.
and don't want
And
to
you
work
accomplish
together.
more
But-
when you work together.
And I
Right.
think too, though, when you say girls, you think of younger.
They're not
No,
educated,
They're not.
uneducated.
They're
people.
not to right. They're not to that place yet, and I think that that's another thing with the difference between, like, I think authenticity and already finding yourself. But there's a lot of girls that are still out there that are trying to find who they are. They're not to a place where they can show their world who they are authentic.
That's true.
Authentic, because they don't know who they are. And I think that when you have a girl or a woman who doesn't know who she is or doesn't know where she stands or anything like that, then that's when you see those characteristics. Compared to a woman who you see that's secure with herself,
Right.
you don't
knows
see those
who
same
she is.
things.
Yeah.
And she doesn't
Knows
have
her
to
worth.
compete. She
Yes.
collaborates,
That's
like you
it.
said. So, yeah, absolutely.
And I want to talk about that too, knowing your worth, because that's a part of my Beauty for Ashes campaign. It is so important because I think really to share a little bit of my story. Growing up, being plus size, dealing with my mom passed away when I was younger. So a lot of the stuff I had to learn on my own. I dealt with being bullied for being plus size, and I think I don't know if all of us have experienced that, but I know I've talked to some of the women with me, and we have. And it's all in what you do with it, because I hear a lot of young women that I talk to when I go around and do ministry, and they talk about being bullied, and they talk about different things, and I tell them it's all about your perspective. What are you going to do with that? So for me, I don't know if it's because of who I am or because of my father and the other women that were around me to encourage me, but I use that negative energy as fuel for positive, to move in a positive manner. And it made me, to be honest with you, stronger. And to know really who I am in the midst of all that of what they were saying. Now looking 20 years down the line, I'm not telling my age, okay, but looking down the line, a lot of those same people that were bullying me come to me and say, you know what, I am so proud of you. The same people, can you believe that? Like, will find me on social media, and they'll be the first one to like the pictures. I'm like, why? Okay, because back in the day, like I said, it was such a negative thing to be thicker. In middle school, I was, the thick girl, the fat girl. That's taboo to say fat girl, the chubby girl. But now they're like, oh, you're beautiful. I'm like, well, man, thank God that I figured that out, because what if I did it and I listened to what you said? I could have been that 16-year-old girl asking and questioning my life. So about knowing your worth, that's another thing that this community can help, building a network of women to help you with that, if you're struggling. So I just wanted to speak on that.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing, too, for us to remember, not to judge so quickly. Because like you said, if it hadn't been for your dad, and if it hadn't been for other women who were able to uplift you, you may not have been, or not, been able to do the things that you were able to do as far as the beauty pageants and all of that.
To get myself out there, you're right.
I think it's important for us, too, in the plus-size community, not to judge others because of whatever the case may be, and more try to be that woman for them that kind of guides and helps instead of so quick. I think we live in a society where it's so easy to just be like, oh, I'm cutting somebody off, or it's almost like, oh, it's good if you cut people off. And I think sometimes we just have to learn to be a little bit more patient with people.
I do. I agree with that.
And reach out. As long as they're wanting, as long as you can see that they want some help somewhere and that they're willing to work and do that. I think.
But you'll get some clothes off people. You know what I'm saying? You will. But a lot of times people won't help. Even those that don't talk, even those that are silent, it's a lot of noise and silence. I don't know if you ever dealt with someone that didn't talk a lot, but they really do want help. So don't give up on anyone, and if anything, this is the ministerial side of me, pray for them. If they don't listen to you in that manner, and I don't know, what religion you are, but pray that something touches them and that they realize who they are, if anything, if that's the most that you can do. And a lot of times it's the best that we can do. So,
and kudos to you for actually not allowing that, because you know how some people actually have a pity party.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't allow that to affect you negatively. Like you said, you turned it into a positive. It wasn't the, oh, woe was me. This happened to me when I was young, so I turned into this. No, you use that as fuel to become Miss Plus Royalty of Georgia. You turn that into a positive where you're being crowned based off of who you are. So kudos to you. Did you guys have any? Ladies?
Yeah, we're kind of over here just talking.
I know, I've been trying to chime in.
I'm sorry.
Well, for me, I feel like it's a matter of us breaking those chains of the past and us being a change for the future, us being a change for the new generation, people that are coming up now, and taking, like you said, what you've been through to help somebody else. I feel it's a matter of owning who you are as a person. It's a quote I have read, and it's something that I kind of live by now, or sometimes just go over it. It just says, there will always be someone prettier, smarter, taller, bigger, everything. There will always be somebody who's better in a sense. So we might consider, but you have to own it who you are.
Mm-hmm. You do,
And
100%.
you realize there's enough space in this world for everybody. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be a competition of it being either me or you.
Mhm.
Why can't it be both of us?
Exactly.
Yes.
We all can eat. Is that what they say?
So that and realize there's enough food for all of us. Things start to change in your life. You know, you're no longer in that competition mode. A lot of times we grow up or we grew up, you know, out there. It's like crap, and I can tell you about it, or this shit coming up because I don't want it for me. I want, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
If it's meant for you, it would have happened. You know,
Exactly.
What's meant for you will be yours. So when you realize that there's enough room for everybody, and what's meant for you will be yours, you have nothing to worry about. You know, you'll have that freedom and know that everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to. Yes, it's going to take hard work and dedication, but we don't have to be in competition. And that's why we could, as women, come together and you know, build.
Yes.
We can get somewhere further us coming together instead of trying to fight with each other. So I'm just all about that.
100%.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Facts.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Ramika, you have anything to chime in with us?
Oh, I don't know if she's able to hear us, guys.
I think she can hear us, but we can't hear
Oh,
her.
can't hear her? Okay.
Oh, now we
I don't have to see right now.
Okay.
can. Well, if you need to, just, you know, try to get our attention.
I'm listening to learning, you know. I'm still a new model, and like I said, I'm still learning from you guys. So, you know, I learn off, you know, I feed off you guys. So y'all give me energy to move forward to what I'm doing and to everyone else. So that's all I have to say, really.
Even though you are new, which I knew as well, you're doing so much.
You are doing great.
You might not see it, but you have a lot. Like, there's some things that I want to learn from you all saying, and you're new. Like I said, I'm new as well, so we can all, you know, just
Teach each other.
things and I see things that I'm like, I need to hit her up and ask her how to be a part of this or do this, because you have some things that you can teach people.
Mm-hmm.
With
A lot of things.
And just keep doing what you're doing. Like, you're dope. You are amazing, girl. Keep up the good work.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it. You guys are too.
Oh,
I agree.
thank you.
I agree. I second that.
Me too. Third it. Yeah, so.
I have to love more.
All right.
Okay.
Safe
All right,
travels.
bye.
Yeah, safe travel, sweets.
Be safe. Let us know you made it back to New York. Bye, Ramika.
Bye.
Oh, no, you're still staying with us?
For about 5 more minutes.
Okay.
Well, real quick, while you're with us, can you move back a little bit and let us see that shirt you have on? Because I think this is a perfect time to talk about this. So this is a shirt that we're going to be giving away on one of our episodes or segments here. And it says, "You can't." The "can't" is crossed out and says, "Can sit with us." And I think that represents exactly what we've been talking about this entire show is, you know, there's that mean girl mentality or that, oh, I don't want these people to be a part of what I'm doing because they're doing what I'm doing and this, that, and the other. And instead of saying you can't be a part of it, it's like, no, let's be a part of it. Yeah, let's build together. Let's build together. Let's have something. So I think that is a perfect shirt that Ramika is wearing today. And like I said, we'll be giving it away on our live channel. So there's going to be like one more episode before we do a live talk with everybody. And so this will be one of the shirts that we will be giving away that Ramika has on.
So tune in to get your shirt.
Yes, absolutely. Make sure you like the Royal Table Talk page. We'll have instructions up there. There'll be a little bit more details, but I just wanted, before she left, I wanted you guys to get a look at her shirt, and it's got a little crown on it too because we are queens.
We are queens.
Yes.
And you too could get a shirt as well.
Yes,
So
you
yes,
can.
come sit with us. Get your
Yes.
shirt. Win your shirt today.
Absolutely. So yeah, but I will say that I've been in different groups and I've been a part of different things in modeling, and it's so refreshing when you go to a shoot. And just last weekend I did a shoot with a company, a girl, and it's called Good Curvy. And you know, sometimes you go to shoot, especially with people you don't know, and you don't know what
to expect.
yeah, you don't know what that energy is going to be like, and you have some girls that just won't even talk to you.
Yeah.
they don't want anything to do with you. They're just there to do what they're supposed to do, which is great. But I think it's so much more refreshing when you get to be with a group of women who enjoy and who can congratulate. And, you know, I've been posting, we all followed each other that day, and it's like, I've noticed they've been liking my pictures, I've been liking theirs, and I think that's, you know, we all came together in that same way. We were connected in some type of way, and we did one big photo shoot together, and there was just a really good energy, and
We clicked.
yeah,
You know, and like I said, all shared our stories and saw where we were going, and now here we are, you know, collaborating. So that's what it's about. Really getting out there and not being afraid. You know, sometimes it just takes that first step. A lot of people, well, I don't really want to do that. But a lot of the times you are missing out on a lot of opportunities when you're in that box. You've got to step outside the box, and that's what I had to learn in my life, to really step outside. I like to be different. Honey, I'll tell you in a minute. Ooh, I like to be different, honey. I don't care what you say. I mean, to the point where, look, I was thinking about the photo shoot I did. Miss Heather helped me, and I'm so weird. So one of my favorite movies, if I can say this, can I say movie name, your name? The Fifth Element. Nobody knows this movie, but maybe you guys, some of you, if you do, let me know, okay? Because we're here. Nanu. Okay, so nobody knows. So this movie we did, I did a futuristic, and Miss Heather helped me with the styling of the photo shoot. And I know she was like, where is she going with this? But when it came together, it was so dope. And that's what I'm saying. Step outside your box. Get out here and do different things. You never know what can be produced from it. It could be great when it's everything said and done, you know? So, yeah, I'm just going to tell you, step on out.
And I think, too, one of the things is I think we try to plan stuff to a T of what we're going to do so much sometimes. And when I first started with the plus size stuff, I just kind of reached out to a friend and was like, I really don't know what I want to do. I just want to do something. I want to be in somebody's catalog or on somebody's calendar, just whatever. As long as it's published, I don't care. I just want to see myself on something. And I got out there and I started doing stuff, and you know, more stuff came. I got to be in a music video, which was a really cool and a different than a whole photo shoot, a totally different world. So it was fun to experience that. And you know, when I came into the plus size modeling, I didn't really know where my niche was going to be. I didn't know if modeling is what I wanted to do all the way. I didn't know, and I think that along the journey I've kind of found where my niche is and what I want to do and where my ultimate goals are. So just because you put yourself out there doesn't mean you have to know what you want to do, or you know that you're going to be this or you're going to do that. And sometimes you think that you're going to do these things, and it takes you a whole different way.
A whole nother
you
route.
meet somebody who there's some type of collaboration that can be done, and it's something you never even thought of could be possible. So I think just getting yourself out there is a huge step.
It is.
Get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
See, you can't grow in that comfortable zone. Like for me, for example, I'm going to tell you right now, I embrace my weight. I embrace the size I am. But I have those moments where it's like, dang, had I not did this or had I not did that, I wouldn't be complaining about not being able to do this or not being able to do that. So for me, I'm at a point where I am uncomfortable where I am, but that does not mean that I'm not happy with myself. There's a difference. Let's be clear. So I noticed that you will start to grow once you get uncomfortable, because if you think about it, everything in life grows. From birth up until where you are now, you had to grow. Something about you had to change. So it's okay to embrace that change. But you're not going to grow if you just stay stagnant and comfortable where you are. Get out, try new things, try different things. My thing has always been I always wanted to be that person to inspire others. I've always been that person that always wanted to bless someone else, no matter what the situation is, and not look for anything in return. That's just who I am as a person. And if people only knew my childhood story and what I've been through, it doesn't match up. It doesn't line up. But I had to get uncomfortable and not have that pity party situation. So get uncomfortable. Try whatever it is that your heart desires. Step out on faith. Try something new. What's the worst you could do? Fail. If you're going to fail hard. Fail big.
I agree. And I think it's something that you said that was so important. she said that she has a story and that she has a past and there's things in there that could have stopped her. But again, she embraced who she is now, like was and who she is, and she didn't let that define her. That's the thing. Now she's inspiring other people when that could have been a whole nother situation, you know. And she let that use it as fuel to inspire other people in her story, in her testimony. And as they say, look, church folks, you don't look like what you've been through. You have ever heard that?
Yes.
You don't look like what you've been through. And a lot of us, every single one of us have stories on this panel. Everybody. But that didn't stop us from getting out of that comfort zone. It could have been fear. It can be fear that's stopping you right now. Questioning, doubting, not really, like I said, knowing who you are. But don't let that stop you. I promise you, once you step out, take away all that stuff, which is things in the mind. It's all about perception. You take all that out and take that one step. I promise you, you won't turn back. I promise you. Because you're going to see what your faith, what that courage, what that empowerment produces, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. And it's so much in you. Look, I don't know who I'm talking to, but it's so much in you. Yeah, somebody needs to hear. You have church girl. Okay? But somebody needs to hear this, you know. So that's why we're doing this, because you're not alone and you can do this.
So for me, when I say this is one of my mottos, one of the things that I'm learning is, we'll go into that another time. Let me just tell you my motto. My motto is ask, believe, receive.
Mm-hmm.
Ask the universe for what it is that you want. Ask God for what it is that you want. Believe that it's going to come to pass, and get ready to receive your blessing. Point blank, period. If you use that method and you use that in everything in your life, you will really be surprised at the results. Trust and believe when you put it out there. When you put that request out there, trust and believe that it's going to come to pass. Get uncomfortable.
Yes.
So you can get to where you need to be. Nobody grows in their comfort zone.
And I think that is a really great place for us to pretty much wrap it up for today. For those who want to know how to get into the plus size modeling industry, I think that the end result is put yourself out there and do it. I think that's what we all pretty much have said.
Step.
Get your feet wet. You already there. You down at the lake.
Right,
You might
at
go
the
and
lake.
just jump in.
Jump on
Put your foot in. Just jump on.
Okay, even if your hair is little, it's all right. Jump in, Phil. You'll be all right.
We got you. We got that life vest.
Right.
So we will be having another segment in a couple weeks here. We'll be putting it out. Definitely make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also Instagram, The Royal Table Talk. And again, we'll be back soon to dive a little bit deeper into these conversations. Do remember to wear your purple on Wednesdays. And thank you for tuning in with us today.
On
Bye,
Mondays.
guys.
Bye.
I said Wednesdays.
That's okay. Mondays. Purple on Mondays.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.